Now it's time to head back to Hartford, where Eric Freed caught up with the coaches at the basketball tip-off luncheon. Back at the Capitol Building here in Hartford, the site of the 2010 America East Basketball Media Day. Let's once again go through the preseason all-conference team. Greer Wright, Gerald McLemore, Evan Field on that squad. John Holland and Jake O'Brien from Boston University, also a member of that preseason team. And the preseason pick to win the America East Championship in 2011, Boston University. No pressure, Pat Chambers. The head coach is with us right now, but that's a great compliment to have, that people think a lot about your team, your returning players, and the job you did last year getting so close to winning an America East Championship in your first year. What do you think when you see a #1 next to your team heading into a season?
Well, obviously, it's a great honor that the coaches think of you in that light. But I think the respect and what they're really doing is letting John Holland and Jake O'Brien know, hey, you guys are really talented players. And for that, I think it's great. It's great for our university. It's great for our fans. It's great for their families. But obviously, being preseason #1 in October really doesn't hold a lot of water. It depends where you are in March. So we're just going to try to get better every day, and we'll see what happens.
Let's start with John and Jake. Anyone who's followed the conference knows how good they are, and how good do you think they will be this year?
I expect John to have a very similar year than last year. I mean, he averaged 19 points per game. I mean, that's a lot of points. He scored 43 against Delaware. It's tough to top what he did last year. We're just going to ask him to do more. And teams will key on him even more this year than they did last year, because there's no Corey Lowe this year. There's no Carlos Strong this year. So we're going to look for leadership out of him. We're going to look for him to do a little bit more. And I know he's ready. He's in great shape. He's had a great preseason. And I expect great things out of him.
How about for Jake heading into a new year? I know his role is, he's a big guy who can shoot, and how will you define what he does this year?
Well, we're going to use Jake a lot like we did last year. I asked him to play inside a little bit because we needed some scoring in there, and I asked him to play on the perimeter a little bit, and hopefully this offseason we worked on a mid-range jumper and getting to the basket off the bounce, and I think you're going to see some great things out of him.
You've got plenty of veteran players, I think, that probably give you a little bit of confidence heading into a new season.
Yeah, I like my team. We've been very coachable. I like the newcomers that we added to the mix of the veteran players. I mean, I think Dallas Joyner is going to have a great year this year. He had a great summer. Chris Martin's his last go-round. He's our one senior that's in the program. Looking for good things from him. And Brian Dewars is just a good player, and so I'm excited, but I'm also excited some newcomers now with Tommy being out will get a chance to play right away, and I'm really excited about the potential of our freshman class.
In Hartford, well, Gerald's a guy, Ted, who dynamic player, great to watch, and is a guy who has been a go-to guy for you. What can you tell us about him since we last saw him last year?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm extremely proud of Gerald. I'm very pleased that he got the recognition he deserves by being on the preseason first team in America East. He's a great representative for our program. And it's always great when you have a guy who's amongst, if not your hardest working player, getting all the accolades he deserves. And Gerald loves the game of basketball. He's a wonderful young man. He's obviously had tremendous success since he's been at the University of Maine, has continued to work extremely hard on his game over the course of the summertime, and has been able to add something from his freshman to sophomore year, and even now as he goes towards being a junior. So he's really grown into a leadership role on our basketball team, and is really becoming much more of a complete player.
Boston University #1, Hartford #2, Binghamton, Stony Brook, UMBC, Vermont, Albany, Maine, New Hampshire. That's 1 through 9, and the all-conference team preseason, well represented by Boston University with Chantel Alford, Mo Moran, and Alex Young, all on the all-conference team. And their head coach, Kelly Greenberg, is with us right now. It's an embarrassment of riches, Kelly. You've got all these players back. Everyone thinks you're going to win the championship. Isn't life beautiful in the middle of October?
It really is. It's so wonderful.
And then practice starts every day, and then the games start, and then the grind begins. But let's just, where we sit right now, it's a great testament to the players that you have returning and to your entire team to be thought of in the way your peers have voted this year.
It is. I'm a little surprised that everyone voted us that, but really it's Chantel, Mo, and Alex. I mean, what they accomplished last year as a sophomore and 2 freshmen, I mean, they really came out of nowhere a little bit. And going into the conference when we beat Vermont, we were on that little winning streak of like 6 in a row. I thought, wow, we could be pretty good next year and the year after. So, it's a testament to them, no question. They're pretty talented and they play very hard. So, yeah, we're excited.
Hey, right to Jackie Smith.
Sure.
You've got some key players back because you play so many players throughout the course of the year that have experience. And that's got to be one thing that you can say, even though we lost a couple of really key players, we've got players who have done it.
Yeah, we've managed to bounce back after all of our, all conference players have graduated, and although we have two of the best ones to ever go through Hartford leaving the same year, I feel pretty confident that our team is ready to go this year, and a lot of that is because of Jackie Smith and what she brings to the floor every single day. If our team identity can embody everything that she stands for, I think we'll be in pretty good shape, because she's definitely one of the most hardworking, driven, and competitive players I've ever had, and the best leader we've ever had, and she holds her teammates accountable. So I think we're in good shape in terms of the point guard position, and she's working hard to make sure everything else gets in order.
I think really any coach, any team, any conference, if you've got experienced guards, you're feeling pretty good going into the season, and you truly do have an experienced backcourt.
Very experienced backcourt, especially with an experienced point guard in Andrea Holmes. Started for us the last 2 seasons. Has learned a lot those last 2 years, and I really feel like is going to step up in this leadership role and really take the team on her shoulders this year.
We know she can score. We know she can take it to the basket. We know she does a lot of things well. But is it really some of the smaller things that maybe we won't see on the court that you're looking for her to kind of add to her game and the type of player she is this year?
Yeah, her challenge this year really is kind of the detailed pieces now, understanding how to put everybody in a successful situation. As all point guards, that's her primary responsibility, and I think she's really taken on that challenge and is trying to do that each and every day in practice. But again, she has help with Jackie Ward, Eva Rebane, 2 of our other starters from last year. She's not out there by herself.
For footage from all 18 coaches, be sure to check out AmericaEast.com.